You know that feeling in the NBA where it's like, seen it all, nothing's gonna shock me anymore? Well, the NBA has a way of proving that wrong. Every night something wild happens. Dunks that drop jaws, buzzer beaters that make people scream, and plays that are just unreal. Think it's all been seen, then boom. Something happens that blows the mind. And that's why this league is so exciting. There's always something new to get hyped about. The action in Portland and Utah was wild. The Jazz had a solid 15-point lead heading into the third, but Deni Avdija and Shaedon Sharpe weren't about to let it slip away. They chipped away at that deficit, step by step. Then, Avdija hit a clutch three, and the arena went crazy. Side, they rotate to Deni, to a three for Avdija. Deni was on fire, making huge plays all over the court. He blocked a shot, then raced down the lane for a slick finish. With 3 minutes 5 seconds left in the game, Avdija made a gorgeous pick and drive to put his team ahead. But he wasn't done yet. He spun behind his back, double pumped, and flipped it up for 2 more. Deni dropped 14 of his 27 points in the fourth quarter, completely flipping the script and giving the Blazers a 6-point lead with 2 minutes to go. When Shaedon Sharpe got a layup in transition, Portland was up by 5 and feeling pretty good. But Utah wasn't backing down. Lauri Markkanen stepped up with big plays at both ends of the floor, keeping the Jazz in it. With the game tied at 120, Markkanen hit a step-back triple to keep the drama going. The game was tied at 120 after the finisher dropped his 25th point of the night, but the real drama was about to unfold. The Blazers had Scoot Henderson running the show, coming off a screen, crossing over, and pulling up for a sudden stop. With just 1 second left, he let it fly, a fall-away jumper, and nailed it. Scoot Henderson, not Sharpe, not Deni, but Scoot, froze the rim protector with a smooth turnaround and hit the game winner, sending the Portland crowd absolutely wild. Who says a matchup between the two worst teams in the league can't be this thrilling? In an exciting twist during the 76ers' 111-106 win over the Spurs on Monday, Drummond's ejection was overturned. The drama unfolded in the second quarter when he shoved Victor Wembanyama to the floor while fighting for defensive position. Referee Jenna Schroeder hit Drummond with a tech, and just moments later, to everyone's surprise, she tossed him from the game after Wembanyama tripped in the paint. But after a review, the decision was reversed, and Drummond stayed in the game. 76ers head coach Nick Nurse and Andre Drummond weren't happy with the call, especially after the replay showed Wembanyama tripping over Drummond's feet. Drummond was sent to the locker room, but a review by the refs quickly reversed the decision, revealing that Wembanyama had flopped. After the review, Schroeder walked over to the Sixers bench and admitted her mistake. "I fucked up. Wembanyama gets tech, and I'm sorry about that," she said to Nurse. Drummond received a standing ovation from the home crowd when he made his way back to the court. After the game, crew chief Curtis Blair dropped some interesting news in the pool review report. He said the ejection was reversed because the officials decided Drummond stepped on Wembanyama's foot, calling it just incidental contact. Schroeder found himself in the middle of yet another heated moment. Phillies superstar Joel Embiid was tossed from the game. The reigning NBA MVP got hit with back-to-back technical fouls after going off on Schroeder over an offensive foul call. It took Kyle Lowry, Nurse, and a few coaches to hold Embiid back as he kept arguing the ejection. This marked his second career ejection. Crew chief Blair explained that Embiid got too close to Schroeder, making incidental contact, which led to the ejection. Despite the drama, Embiid finished with 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, and an assist in the win. It was a wild turn of events for Drummond, who had to leave the game after taking a hit to his big left toe. Meanwhile, Tyrese Maxey stepped up big time, leading the 76ers with 32 points. The 76ers are all set to take on the Boston Celtics this Christmas Day. In Orlando, things went from intense to hilarious fast. Magic center Goga Bitadze thought he had pulled one over on Celtics star Kristaps Porzingis, taunting him as if Porzingis was being ejected. But surprise, it was actually Bitadze who got the boot after a scuffle in the fourth quarter. Bitadze had grabbed Porzingis by the throat, and Magic teammate Jalen Suggs quickly intervened with a bear hug to stop the situation from getting worse. Bitadze, thinking Porzingis was out of the game, started laughing it up from the bench, only to realize moments later he was the one shown the door. Classic mix-up. One of Bitadze's teammates glanced back at him, clearly giving him the lowdown on what was happening. Bitadze's face dropped in shock as he seemed to ask if it was actually him getting ejected. Slowly, he walked off, clearly deflated. Before that, he'd put up 8 points, grabbed 9 rebounds, and dished out 3 assists. In a twist, Bitadze had taunted Kristaps, thinking it was the Latvian who was getting tossed, only to realize he was the one being sent off. Both Porzingis and Suggs got technicals, but Porzingis didn't seem to think it was that big of a deal in the end. Honestly, it was just all about competing. We started talking a bit, got face to face, and kept going back and forth, Porzingis shared with reporters. Then Bitadze came out of nowhere and shoved me. Naturally, I reacted. It's just regular NBA stuff, nothing crazy. The good thing is, nobody got tossed on our side, and we just kept playing. The Magic pulled off a thrilling 108-104 victory over the defending NBA champs. Trevelyan Queen was huge for Orlando, dropping 17 points to help seal the win. Meanwhile, Jaylen Brown of the Celtics was on fire, finishing with a game-high 35 points. Beasley to Ivy. Yep, he really did it. The NBA put on another crazy show with game winners, clutch shots, a coach chasing refs across the court, and a 50-point fourth quarter that fueled a huge comeback. Here's how it went down. The Pistons were down by 10 with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in Sacramento when Malik Beasley started lighting it up, hitting 3 deep shots in just over a minute. That contested 3 from Beasley? Just unreal. He quickly brought the Pistons to within a point in just 4 possessions. On the other side, De'Aaron Fox stepped up for the Kings, knocking down a big shot to put them ahead by 3. But Jaden Ivey wasn't having it. He pushed the ball up the court and made a quick layup, pulling Detroit within 1. Then the Pistons fouled Kevin Huerter, who's been shooting just 67% on the season, but stayed cool at the line. Then came the big moment. Hardaway Jr. passed to Beasley, who found Ivey for the 3. Ivey hit the off-balance shot and got fouled. What a shot. What a finish. He still had to sink that free throw to seal the deal. And guess what? Ivey nailed it. Pistons 114, Kings 113. Jaden showed crazy poise for a 22-year-old, handling the moment like a pro. With Fox's Hail Mary shot from half-court bouncing off, the Kings walked away with their 5th straight loss. Meanwhile, Detroit's on a hot streak, winning 3 in a row, already matching last season's December record, and climbing up the standings. What a wild night of NBA action. From overturned ejections to game-winning shots, the drama was non-stop. Andre Drummond's ejection reversal, Jaden Ivey's clutch 3-pointer, and Scoot Henderson's game winner all made for an unforgettable evening of basketball. Plus, with all the excitement surrounding teams like Orlando, Detroit, and Portland, the season is shaping up to be one to remember. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below with your thoughts on the games. Which moment stood out to you the most? Make sure you stay tuned for more updates and highlights right here.